Hello everybody, it's Justin.claver here again with another video for you today. Today I'm going to go over the Universal Healing Tao system developed by Master Mantak Chia and his associates. And a couple of the exercises that I'm going to go in depth with you on today is the inner smile and the 6 healing sounds, which are the two first steps that you would take on this path if you were to pursue the Universal Healing Tao in its depth. You would master these two steps first and then move on from there to the other practices associated with the Universal Healing Tao. I'm also going to go over the goals associated with the Universal Healing Tao. And here's a book that I suggest that was written by Mantak Chia and William Wei. And here it is. It's the basic practices of the Universal Healing Tao, levels 1 through 6. And in this book, it goes really in depth about all the practices leading up from those levels, level 1 through 6. But I'm just going to focus on the inner smile and the 6 healing sounds today with you. But diving in, the first goal of the Universal Healing Tao is about conserving chi or life force energy. It is to learn to conserve chi. The conservation of chi helps us gain more chi, and this is done through the control of the gates, which energy normally leaks out and drains life force energy. And we leak this energy in the following ways from these gates. It's through our reproductive system, so through our sexual energies and stuff like that. Most people expel this energy whenever they're in intercourse and stuff like that, rather than building up the energy and cultivating it to where it travels up the spine to the third eye chakra at the center of the head and allows for elevation of consciousness while performing the act of intercourse. It's also another way that we leak energy is through negative emotions, through constantly turning our senses outward. So where your attention goes, energy flows. So if you don't do any kind of meditation or anything like that, where you're focusing inwardly on the inner self and stuff like that, and you're always focused on things on outside of you, like on like advertisements and stuff like that, or like the next material possession, you're essentially losing your energy to these things that you pay more attention to rather than yourself. And moving on from there, you also lose this energy through poor diet and eating habits, and through improper or shallow breathing. So, conserving chi is the first goal. And then once you are able to begin to close these gates and conserve your chi, you would move on to balancing the chi within the body. And this is the step to keeping a smooth and a harmonious flow of energy throughout the body. And if our energy is imbalanced, we have too much energy in some places and not enough in others. And you could also have too much yang energy or too much yin energy, or have excess or deficiency of heat, cold, dampness, or dryness. And this is also associated with the foods that you eat. Some cultivate more heat or coldness in the body. Some cultivate more dampness or dryness in the body as well. And this can create extremes within ourselves that can cause illnesses or ailments and stuff like that. But moving on from balancing chi, once you learn to balance chi, you learn to transform chi. And this allows practitioners to access more beneficial energies. An example is the transmutation of sexual energy into basic life force chi. So while you're cultivating the sexual energy, either through intercourse or other methods, you can actually transform the jing or the physical life force energy that's produced in the body into chi or ki life force energy, which is a higher elevation of that energy. And through practices like the inner smile, the 6 healing sounds, and the fusion of the 5 elements, we learn to transform negative emotional chi into positive virtuous chi. And moving on from balancing transforming the chi, you would go to increasing chi in the body. You must first master the conservation of chi to begin with, then the balance of chi, and then the transformation of chi before emphasizing the increase of chi. Otherwise, this energy may be wasted. And this could also increase and amplify imbalanced or negative energies in the body, as well as emotions and stuff like that. And if we have not learned to bring them under control, they can get all kinds of out of whack if you begin to cultivate more chi into your body. And moving on from increasing chi, you would then expand that chi. And you learn to extend our minds to tap into the vast chi, or the infinite source of chi. And this is used to heal the body, the mind, and the spirit, and also to heal other people. And we cultivate this through the mind, eye, heart power to absorb cosmic chi and multiply it in the body. So moving on to the inner smile, the theory behind it is that it's the first step to inner alchemy, is to feel internal energy inside the body. So you would want to begin to feel a tingling sensation, a heat, a sort of pressure, slight pressure or vibration throughout the body, and you'll begin to feel this subtle energy coursing through your body, which is the life force energy. And with the inner smile, you communicate to the 5 vital organs and their yang counterparts throughout the body, using your eyes to smile down along the lines that connect with each part of the body. Doing this will support your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies, as well as the levels of those bodies. And the concept behind the inner smile is smiling energy is generated by your heart when you focus your eyes into it with positive thoughts. This initiates the parasympathetic nervous system, creating a relaxation and healing in the body. And this allows the first step in, this is always the first step in daily practice. Be aware of smiling cosmic energy in front of your, we're going to go over the front line of the body, what you would do to cultivate this inner smile in the body. And these are the steps towards cultivating that front line. So you would be aware of smiling cosmic energy in front of you, and breathe into your eyes, and with your eyes open. And this energy enters into the point through your eyebrows here, which then flows to your nose and then down to your cheeks. And you let that lift up the corners of your cheeks, creating a smile while you do this. And then you bring the tongue to the top of the palate to connect the governor and functional channels of the body, so that the energy will course through from the back side of your spine all the way up to the front of your head, down through the third eye chakra to the tip of your palate, right behind the teeth there, connecting to the tongue, down your internal line here, all the way through the organs and stuff on the front line of the body, back down to the perineum, and then back up to the beginning of the spine on the back. And you would then smile down to your neck, your throat, your thyroid, your parathyroid, and your thymus glands. You would smile into your heart, feeling joy and love spread out from there to your lungs, your liver, your spleen, your pancreas, the kidneys, and the genitals. And that's the front line completed. And moving on, you would go to the middle line. You would bring smiling energy into the eyes and then down to the mouth. You would swallow your saliva, building up that chi energy inside the saliva, and swallow it down the esophagus to where you smile down to your stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. And that completes the middle line. And then you have the back line, where you smile and look up about 3 inches into your mid-eyebrow and pituitary gland. And then you direct that energy to the small cavity in the center of the brain and feel it expand and grow with bright golden light. You would then smile into the thalamus and pineal gland, and then the left and right sides of the brain. You smile to the midbrain and the brain stem, and then to the base of the skull. You would then smile down to the 7 cervical vertebrae, the 12 thoracic vertebrae, the 5 lumbar vertebrae, and then the sacrum and the tailbone. And then you bring the smiling energy back to the eyes, and then smile down the front, middle, back lines in succession over and over again, and do them all simultaneously if you can, feeling like you're bathed in a cooling waterfall of glowing cosmic energy. It may be difficult at first, so you kind of have to go slow with this practice and really feel each gland and organ in the body as you're pulling this energy, this cosmic energy, into your body, while transmuting that energy with the smiling energy to cultivate love and joy throughout the body, which creates higher vibrations throughout the body as well. So you kind of have to work with it over a period of time to where you get more proficient with it, and then you can begin to do all of these lines simultaneously and make the practice much quicker for you. What would maybe take you 5 to 10 minutes or 5 to 15 minutes would take you maybe 3 minutes at most, or less than that, as you get better at your visualization. And then once you're done with the front, the middle, and the back line, you would then collect all of that energy into the navel. And that's an area that's about 1.5 inches inside through the belly button, 1.5 inches inside the body. And you would spiral this energy with your mind, or use your hands from the center, spinning from the center to the outside of your belly. Men would spiral clockwise 36 times and counterclockwise 24 times, returning the energy towards the center of the belly button to the navel. And then for women, it's performed the opposite way, where they go counterclockwise 36 times and then clockwise 24 times. And the clockwise and counterclockwise is read like if you're looking at the front of your body, you visualize a clock on there, and then the clockwise way would be from left to right, pretty much, of the body. You would go down left, up right, and that's clockwise, and then going counterclockwise is the opposite way for the navel. And that's pretty much it for the inner smile. Moving on from the inner smile, you go to the 6 healing sounds. And the theory behind this is when you work with internal energy, you create heat. And so the second step of the inner alchemy procedure is to learn how to cool the energy down. The connective tissue, the fascia around your vital organs, absorbs excess heat and releases it through the skin and digestive tract. And this heat also leaves the body through urination, defecation, yawning, belching, and sweating. And if you have improper diet or lack of exercise, you will impair the body's ability to release excess heat, causing the vital organs to malfunction or break down over time. So, moving on, we have the first healing sound, which is the lungs healing sound. And so you would begin to sit down in a chair with your eyes open and rest your hands palms up on your thighs. You would begin to breathe in slowly and deeply and bring awareness to your lungs. You would inhale and raise your arms and hands to the eye level, and then rotate your palms inward and continue to raise them above your head. So you would bring the hands up to eye level, turn them inward, and then go above your head here. And then you would feel all along the arms into your shoulders and feel the lungs and chest open up as you begin to stretch upward. You would then close your teeth and make the lungs sound, which is just an S sound, slowly and evenly as you exhale. And then you would begin to picture the lungs exhaling a dark and murky color with excess heat, sick energy, sadness, sorrow, and grief. And it would get sucked. This dark murky substance would be expelled above you and then sucked into the center of the earth, where it can be transmuted into beneficial life force energy and positive energy. And then you would float the palms down to the lungs and then to your lap and then facing up. And afterwards, you would breathe in pure white light from the top of the universe with the quality of righteousness into the lungs, and fill the lungs with this white light and the feeling of righteousness. You would then close your eyes and smile to your lungs, imagining that you're still making the lungs sound in your mind, and then you repeat this 3 to 6 times. and you'll begin to release this negative energy out of the lungs, as well as the negative emotions that are associated with the lungs as well. And you begin to feel a sense of peace and much virtuous qualities in your life. Moving on from the lungs healing sound, you go to the kidneys. In this, you would still be sitting down in a chair. For most of all this, you would be sitting down in a chair for the first 5 healing sounds. So you would begin to breathe in slowly and deeply and bring awareness to your kidneys, both of the kidneys. You would then begin to bend forward and clasp your hands together around your knees and pull back on your arms, feeling a stretch on your back over the kidneys. And then you would look up. You would then round your lips and make the kidney sounds. So like a choo-choo train, that's the sound you would make, but you just exhale it. You don't really vibrate it or anything like that. You just go. And while pulling your mid-abdomen towards your spine, you would then blow out the dark murky color along with excess heat, wetness, sick energy, and fear into the earth, where it can be transmuted into beneficial life force energy. And then you would then breathe in bright blue energy with a quality of gentleness into the kidneys. And then afterwards, you would separate your legs and rest your hands palms up on your thighs. You would then close your eyes, smile to your kidneys, and imagine you're still making the kidneys sound in your mind. And then you repeat this 3 to 6 times. Moving on from the kidneys healing sound, you go to the liver's healing sound. Same thing, you'd be sitting in a chair. You would breathe slowly and deeply, becoming aware of the liver and its connection to the eyes. Begin with your arms at your sides, palms out, and slowly swing your arms up and over your head, following them with your eyes. So you begin to swing your arms up, clasp your fingers, and look up into the sky where your fingers are at. And then you interlace your fingers and push your palms up towards the ceiling, feeling the stretch through the arms and the shoulders. You would then bend slightly to the left to accentuate where the liver is on the right side of the body. And moving on from there, you would then open your eyes wide and exhale the sound shh, subvocally. And while breathing out dark, murky color filled with excess heat and anger into the center of the earth, where it can be transmuted. You would then press the heels of the palms outward as you lower your shoulders, and then place your hands in your lap, palms up again. And this time you would breathe in bright green energy into your liver with the quality of kindness. You would then close your eyes, smile down to your liver, and imagine that you're still silently making the sound of the healing sound of the liver, which is shh. And you would repeat this 3 to 6 times. Moving on from the liver, we have the heart's healing sound. Same thing, you're sitting in a chair. You would breathe slowly and deeply while focusing your awareness on your heart. Repeat the same movement with your arms as the liver sound, where you swing your arms up, you clasp your fingers together, and you push them outward, and you look up towards the sky again. And in this one, you would bend slightly to the right to accentuate the heart, because it's more on the left side of the body. You would then open your mouth, round your lips, and exhale the sound. That is HAWWWW. You try not to vibrate any of these sounds. You're just exhaling these sounds into the air, and you perform them subvocally. And this you're doing this sound while you're expelling dark murky energy again, along with any excess heat, impatience, arrogance, and cruelty associated with the heart. And you're pulling this energy from the top of your head all the way around your body down to the center of the earth, where it can be transmuted again. You then relax your arms the same as you do in the liver sound. You would allow them to rest on your thighs again, palms up. And then you would breathe in bright red energy along with its qualities of joy, love, and respect into the heart center and into the heart. You would then smile down to your heart and then repeat silently in your mind the heart healing sound. And then you repeat this 3 to 6 times. The next sound is the spleen's healing sound. You would also be sitting in a chair for this. You would breathe slowly and deeply, focusing your awareness on the spleen, which is located to the left side of the abdomen, right underneath the diaphragm is where the spleen is located. And then you would inhale and place the fingers of both hands beneath the left side of the rib cage, just below the sternum. And then you would press your fingers inward as you push your middle back outward. Exhale as you round your lips and make the spleen sound, ho, ho. And you would try to perform the sound sub-vocally without vibrating the sound. You would then expel any excess heat, dampness, worry, pity, sick energy, and dark murky energy into the center of the earth where it can be transmuted. And then you begin to breathe bright yellow light into your spleen, your stomach, and your pancreas. So you may want to look at the human anatomy to know exactly where these organs are within the body so that you get the exact location of them. This goes for all the vital organs of the body, as well as the glands and stuff that are associated with the inner smile. This way that you pull that energy to the precise locations for those organs to get the smiling, loving energy that you're projecting into your body. You would then also, with this bright yellow light, fill it with the intention of fairness, compassion, and centeredness. You would then lower your hands to your lap, palms up, and then smile down to your spleen, and then silently in your mind also repeating that spleen healing sound. And then you would repeat this 3 to 6 times. And for the last sound, it is the triple warmer sound. There are 3 warmers in the body that are associated with the different organs of the body, and I'll give you those different associations for those warmers. But you would lie on your back, either on a bed or on the floor, wherever you feel comfortable. You would close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in. You would inhale fully into all 3 warmers. You could do one at a time for one breath to build up the practice of visualizing these different warmers, and then get to the point where you could do all 3 simultaneously. But the upper warmer is associated with hotness, and it's the organs are the brain, the neck, the thymus, the heart, and the lungs. Then you have the middle warmer, which is associated with warmness, and this has the organs of the liver, the stomach, and the spleen. And then you have the lower warmer, which is associated with coolness, which has the organs, the intestines, the kidneys, and the genitals. You would then exhale the sound he subvocally. This is H-E-E-E-E. And then you would imagine like a large roller pressing out your breath from the top of your chest down towards the lower abdomen. And you would imagine your chest and abdomen are flat, feeling light, bright, and empty. And then you would rest by breathing normally afterwards. And you would repeat this 3 to 6 times as well. There are other things in the Universal Tao system that I will more than likely go over at a later time in another video, but these are the 2 essential practices to start with when getting introduced to the Universal Healing Tao. I will also link the book I just showed and showcased in the video in the description, as well as a link to Master Mantak Chia's website where you can take some of his online courses where he goes over Qigong and all kinds of other practices that you can begin to cultivate in your life to start pulling in more life force energy into your body and to raise your vibration, your consciousness, as well as maybe extend your lifetime as you begin to practice these different techniques. So thank you for watching. You could go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and just Let me know what you think of the video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.